Good morning, students. Hope you all are keeping fine. We are discussing a lesson named From the Diary of Annie Frank, written by Annie Frank. We discussed Annie Frank and her family from Germany. They are Jewish family. Because of the Nazi government in Germany, they persecuted the Jewish community, so that Annie Frank and her entire family left Germany and reached Holland. After some time, Holland was also attacked by Germany. During this period, they were hidden under the office building of Annie Frank's father. There she became more bored. She didn't have friends. She couldn't share her personal emotions, feelings. So she decided to write a diary. She named her diary as Kitty. She was considered as the most favorite friend of her as the diary Kitty. She started to write her emotions, feelings, wishes, ambitions, etc. in her diary. This much portion we discussed. We continue the same lesson. Saturday, 20 June 1942. This diary has written by Annie Frank on 20 June 1942. Dearest Kitty, she introduced diary as Dearest Kitty. Our entire class is quacking in its boots. Yes, she was in classroom. Because of heavy boots of students made the class become shaken. Quaking means shaking with fear. The reason of course is the forthcoming meeting in which the teachers decide who will move up to the next form and who will be kept back. Yes. There will be a parent-teacher meeting. It is very near, it is very forthcoming, approaching. In that meeting will be decided which are the students to promote to their next class, which are the students to remain in the same class. So students are very curious, they are very alert. Half the class is making bets, yes. Students are making bets who will go to next class, who will remain in the same class. Gian and I laugh ourselves silly at the two boys behind us, Cn and Jacques, who have staked their entire holiday savings on their bet. Gian and I, Gian, Annie Frank's friend, and Annie Frank laugh ourselves silly at the two boys behind us. They were laughing at the two boys, they were sitting behind them because they were spent their entire holiday savings for what? For betting. From morning to night, it is you are going to pass. No, I am not. Yes, you are. No, I am not. Yes, students are betting. You are going to pass. No, I am not. You are going to pass. No, I am not. They were betting. Even Jean's pleading glances and my angry outbursts cannot calm them down. Yes, students are not at all minding others' requests to stop their betting. Annie Frank's friends G's request them, looks them, and Annie Frank was angry at them, but they were not ready to come. If you ask me, there are so many dummies that about a quarter of the class should be kept back. Yes, there were many dummies, fools. 1/4 of the class, quarter means 1/4 of the class may be left in the same class. They were not studying. But teachers are the most unpredictable creatures on earth. Yes, to be decided by teachers who will be promoted, who will be detained, will be decided by the teachers. That is why Annie Frank said that they are the unpredicted, cannot be predict the nature of the teachers. I am not so worried about my girlfriends and myself. We will make it. Yes, Annie Frank, as far as Annie Frank is concerned, she was not much worried about her promotion because she was sure she will pass. The only subject I am not sure about is maths. She was worried about only one subject, that is maths. Anyway, all we can do is wait. Yes, we have to wait till the PTM meeting. During PTM meeting, parent-teacher meeting, will be published the result. Until then, we keep telling each other not to lose heart. Yes, until we cannot predict, we cannot say anything, we cannot lose our heart, we cannot take any decision. I get along pretty well with all my teachers. Yes, she was much fair with all her teachers. There are 9 of them. They had 9 teachers. 7 men and 2 men. 7 male teachers and 2 female teachers were taught them. Mr. Keesing, the old fogey who teaches Max, yes, her Max teacher was Mr. Keesing, who was an old fogey, who was an old-fashioned person, was annoyed with me for ages because I talked so much. Yes, Mr. Keesing used to angry on Annie Frank because Annie Frank was much talkative, too much talking student in his class. In his mathematics class. After several mornings, he assigned me extra homework. Yes. He warned her many times, be concentrate in her studies, not to talk in the class, not to disturb in the class. But she was unable to silent in the class. After several mornings, then Mr. Keesing had given a punishment to Annie Frank, that is, it was given her extra homework. An essay on the subject. He had given a punishment to her for writing an essay on a chatterbox. A chatterbox means very talkative. Chatterbox. A chatterbox. What can you write about that? I would worry about that later. I decided. Yes. Mr. Keesing, who gave a topic to her to write an essay, asked punishment for talking in the class. The topic was a chatterbox. Initially, she was much disturbed. What should I write on this topic? Later, she decided to write. I jotted down the title in my notebook, tucked it in my bag, and tried to keep quiet. Yes, she has written the topic. Jotted down, noted down the topic in her notebook and put tucked means put notebook back in her bag and tried to keep quiet in mathematics class. That evening, after I had finished the rest of my homework, the note about the essay caught my eye. Yes, that night after completing her entire homework, she has come to know to write an essay on a chatterbox. I began thinking about the subject while chewing the tip of my fountain pen. Yes, she was thinking for matter, for points to write essay on a chatterbox. While she was thinking, she was chewing the tip of her pen, fountain pen. Anyone could ramble on and leave big spaces between the words, but the trick was to come up with convincing arguments to prove the necessity of talking. She was thinking, what should I write? And she started to think, started to write the necessity, the importance of talking. I thought, and suddenly I had an idea. She tried her level best to get an idea for writing an essay. I wrote the 3 pages Mr. Keesing had assigned me and was satisfied. Yes. She, after getting an idea, she had written about 3 pages on her topic. She was much satisfied on her work. I argued that talking is a student's trait. Yes, what did she write? She argued, she written that talking is a student's quality, trait means quality. Quality. And that I would do my best to keep it under control. Yes, she has written. The most important quality of a child is talking. So I will try my level best to keep it under control. But that I would never be able to cure myself of the habit, since my mother talked as much as I did, if not more, and that there is not much you can do about inherited traits. That also she has written. I wanted to control, to talk, but I couldn't control it because it is a habit which I had inherited from my mother, because my mother also was much talkative. So in this condition, a teacher cannot do much on these inherited traits, inherited qualities that one gets from their parents. Inherited traits means qualities one get from their parents. Mr. Keesing had a good laugh at my arguments, but when I proceeded to talk my way through the next lesson, he assigned me a second lesson. Yes. She submitted her essay to Mr. Keesing. When he read the essay, he was laughed. For some days, for some periods, she was sat quietly in his class. But later she started to talk in the class. She was unable to control. Then Mr. Keesing had assigned her another essay, another punishment. This time it was supposed to be on an incurable chatterbox. Yes, and he has given another topic essay as punishment. The topic was an incorrigible chatterbox, something that cannot be corrected. Something that cannot be corrected. I handed it in, and Mr. Keesing had nothing to complain about for 2 whole lessons. Yes, she has written essay on that topic also. For some days she was not talking in the class. However, during the 3rd lesson, he had finally had enough. Annie Frank, as punishment for talking in class, write an essay entitled "Quack Quack Quack," said Mr. Chatterbox. Yes. For 2 lessons she was remained silent, but when Mr. Keesing was teaching his 3rd lesson, again Annie Frank started to talk. So again Mr. Keesing had given her punishment to write another essay on "Quack Quack Quack," said Mistress Chatterbox. The entire class roared. The entire class laughed, burst in laughter by hearing Mr. Keesing's words on Annie Frank. I had to laugh too. She also laughed. Though I had nearly exhausted my ingenuity on topic of chatterboxes. Yes. She had nearly exhausted, tired my ingenuity. Ingenuity means originality and inventiveness on the topic of chatterboxes. It was time to come up with something else, something original. She decided, this time I have to write something original, something new. My friend Sani, who is good at poetry, offered to help me write the essay from beginning to end in verse, and I jumped for joy. Yes, she got help from her friend Sani for writing her essay in the form of a poem, the form of a verse. Her friend Sani helped her from the beginning to end. She was very happy for completing the essay or the poem based on "Quack Quack Quack," Mistress Chatterbox. Mr. Keesing was trying to play a joke on me with this ridiculous subject, but I would make sure the joke was on him. Yes, Mr. Keesing wanted to play a joke on her by giving this foolish topic, laughable topic, but she decided, let I make him to laugh. I finished my poem and it was beautiful. She completed her poem. That poem was very beautiful. It was about a mother duck. That poem was about a mother duck and a father swan with 3 baby ducklings who were bitten to death by the father because they quacked too much. Yes, in this poem she has written, there was a mother duck and father swan. They had 3 ducklings. Ducklings were much noisy. They used to quack. Because of that, father bitten them. Father was bitten them. That it made all the 3 ducklings die because they quacked too much. Luckily, Mr. Keesing took the job the right way. Yes, after submitting Mr. Keesing read the poem. Mr. Keesing became laughed too much. He read the poem to the class. He read the poem to the entire class, adding his own comments. He also said some comments on the topic, the poem written by Anne Frank, and to several other classes also. Yes, he read the poem of Anne Frank to other classes also. Since then, I have been allowed to talk and haven't been assigned any extra homework. Yes. Then later, Mr. Keesing didn't tell her to be silent in his class. She had not given any assignment as punishment. On the contrary, Mr. Keesing always making jokes these days. Yes. On the contrary, Mr. Keesing, her mathematics teacher, also used to talk jokes in their class instead of punishing her for her talkative nature. He was Annie, extracted from the diary of a young girl with a slight adaptation. Yes. So this portion is from Anne Frank's diary, named The Diary of a Young Girl. So in this way, Anne Frank used to write diary. In this lesson, she has written her personal experience at her school with her mathematics teacher. You may read the lesson properly, understand the lesson properly, write down its question answers in your notebook. Thank you very much.